Love Nest, can you hear me? Oh, I tell you, it's another great day. We're not in the paradise. No, hold on, let me turn on this buju. Let me turn on this buju. Y'all, hold on, stay right there. How y'all doing? Okay, Buju, be quiet. Be quiet. I don't want Buju to try. Tell me I owe him some copyright money and thing, you know. Okay, no, not turn up, turn down. So it's Friday, baby people. Is it Friday? Is it Sorry, is it a Frousy Friday? Is it a fantastic Friday? Loletta, hey EJ, hey Latoya. This is the first weekend in the new year, right? Isn't it? Yeah. Turn up. Hold on, let me turn on this Buju. I like why is it that Bahamian music ain't on the Music Choice channel? Nelson, that's you, boo? Okay, hold on. Let me turn down Buju. Y'all stay right there. Hey, it's the first turned up weekend. Well, guess what? Why Movado name himself after a watch? Anyway, let's focus. Nadia, that's you? So it's the first weekend in 2018. What y'all doing? I staying right here inside the house because it's effing cold. And now the snow done turned to ice. Shout out to my girl Elaine who sends me snow pictures all the time. Lord, you know what? Now don't get me wrong. I glad I out the Bahamas. However, I now know why I live in the Bahamas. I hear y'all cold in Nassau and in the Bahamas too, eh? I hear y'all cold for true, eh? About 60 degrees. Look at roommate. Roommate's on the treadmill for lunch. You go, girl, on this first weekend of 2018, girl. Gone. Jason said Miss Bazard had a great showing and funeral. That's good. Patricia Bazard, again, one day we're going to give the icons in culture their due and their just reward. By the way, can y'all please stop sending me? Hello, Pastor Reverend Chrissy is in the house, boo. I'm here. Dear Bahamian people, I like to remember people, how they look when they're alive. Please stop sending me pictures of Dr. Bazard in a coffin. Thanks. I love Dr. Mrs. Patricia Bazard. I tell you, she's my family from Bantown. She's a dean. Y'all know that. You're not related to everybody, especially everybody with sense. Yeah, I just try to disown the dumb fucks who I related to. But yeah, so we say rest in peace, Patricia Bazard. I'm glad that she had a good turnout to her funeral. Anyway, I still salty about Ronnie Memorial, but that's just me. Sips tea. Well, I'm tired of going to funerals where the government is get ride. Okay, at Ronnie Butler funeral, they said the same thing. At Eric, oh Lord, I can't never remember Mr. Eric who died. You know, I've been to many musician funerals. They say the same shit. At Berkeley Van Bird funeral, they say the same shit. Well, guess what? Michael Pintard may have stopped Carnival and ain't giving y'all no fucking money. But by and large, the Bahamas does not appreciate its creative community. But guess what? I want to cut right to the chase today. This is when I need the love nest. Y'all see how I go and mess up? Look here. You see, this is why I got to hurry up, get plenty money. You see, I go and use that cheap scarf and look at my neck. Look at my neck. See, my neck used to fucking wool. Thank you, King Arab Gibson. Every day they talking shit about how we must respect the culture. But the Bahamas don't respect his own culture. Yeah, child. Well, I'm sure the private, like, look, all of Roscoe and Dougie, them who collect all our fucking money during the PLP administration, I hope they take that money and go put on Carnival. But Michael say, the Bahamas government ain't paying for no foreign culture. Well, you know, again, I keep telling y'all. Anyway, let me not be personal because people just get mad when you get personal. I don't know why. If your mommy and daddy from a Caribbean island and you like to jump in the line, don't spend our fucking money to jump in the line. Get your own damn money. Anyway, as I was saying, it is a Friday. It's part Frousy. It's part fantastic. It's fabulous. But I got to ask y'all, you know, shout out to my boy Sinclair who send me the papers every morning. I want to ask y'all Bahamians living home and in the diaspora abroad. Lord, thank God for the diaspora communities. Lord, I'm going to get choked up. When I think about the fact that I am here and the light on, look here, I got on, I ain't got on, look here, I ain't got on no bra today. Hold on, you want to see my titties? Look, I ain't got on no bra today. Yeah, because it's warm. My friend have the heat on hell, like my girl Kyra. This heat on Africa and hell mixed together. No, you don't get no takeoff. No, you ain't gonna see my titties on YouTube. Trust me, when I start showing my titties on YouTube, there's gonna be a paycheck. I ain't got on no bra. I ain't got on no sock. I ain't got on. Look here, I feel so happy. Now I ain't gotta lie. I even had to take off my tan because guess what? Man, look here, on Slack. You ain't gonna see my breast on Slack. Y'all wanna see my titty? Come closer. No, you're too nasty. You wanna see my titty? Go to Scotia 107897 Paradise Island branch. Go to PayPal, WBRussell99 at gmail.com. Go to the GoFundMe account. There's two. One for the constitutional motion and one for the show. Yeah. Y'all want to see some titty? It's gonna cost you. Thanks. Do you know Jared been out of order? Jared always out of order. But I used to men saying out of order shit to me. You forget I tell you when I was at the last place, the man asked me when last somebody licked that and stick that for me. Yeah, Bahamian men feel like I can tell you any old fuck, but that's alright. I turn it right back on them. Yeah, they waiting for you to say your drawers. Man, look here. One day I can show my drawers. Well, that was my plan. Well, my plan actually is when I finish getting all my money from that stink cunt on the bench, yeah, I might show the flamingo. Yeah, I might show the pink and the black of my pussy when I get that. Oh, thanks. Anyway, you know what? Sips tea. So as I was saying, look at Jared. Yeah, you can see the flamingo. The two. Look at Jason. Jesus, call his name. Glory to God. But I want to ask y'all Bahamians, I just read the papers from my home every morning because, again, even though I'm in America, say, let me start sanctifying this computer. Man, look here. But that's all right. When we get the check, we can have big party at Taj Mahal. Big party at Taj Mahal, okay? Big party at Taj Mahal. All them salty bitches who fucking with us, they gonna have to pay for all our tacadal, all our tequila, or everything. Yeah, we having big party. And let me just say for the record, y'all might have to meet me somewhere else. Because the more I stay over here, the less I think I can come home. Yeah, Big Bashman, LaToya. We having big party. Yeah, okay? And this can teach them, don't fuck with citizens. Anyway, so I want to talk about this other thing. What the fuck is a shantytown committee? Did you see? Sean said you can show your drawers now. Just walk in your room, Chrissy. Man, look here. And it here so nice and look here. Oh, I feel so warm today. That's why I'm happy. Thank you, Lindley. Charles might look here. One thing I must say, I keep telling you, Chrissy Love is the chick who has more male friends than female friends. I now see why. Because trapsy bitches are trapsy. Thank God for the couple women friends who I still say are my friends. But anyway, I always tease, the pink. Well, this is the Christmas mugs. I always tease my male friends that they have no sense of house and no sense of whatever. Well, except my gay friends. Yeah, my gay friends, they look here, they have all that. I ain't gonna lie. But I was so shocked. Shantytown committee, you hear me, LaToya? The Bahamas, every time I say, we getting better, we just step back a million fucking years. Anyway, so I need y'all to help me. Now, I see the person who in the picture is my friend, the Attorney General. Who think I pick? I know he think I pick on him, but yeah, I have to pick on the Attorney General. Yeah, because I still salty from when the now Attorney General was Minister of Education and fire me from the Bahamas Learning Channel because he tell me that I was disruptive because I want the people to do their work. I want them to stop thieving the ministry camera. I want them to stop thieving money from the government. Yeah, that's what I get for trying to save the government money. So let me tell you what, apparently the shantytown, the picture in the national news shows the Attorney General, and it shows a shantytown. Now, I firmly believe that, again, the black political elite and the white political elite, they all know who own the land on these shantytowns, but they don't do nothing about it. Why? Because it brings them money. All right, so apparently Yinna have formed a shantytown committee. Well, motherfuck. I just try not to raggy my people because, I trying to stop because I ain't gonna lie. Every day I could find something to raggy the country for. Hold on. Sips tea. Black Velvet say no Black Velvet. I don't advertise for them like you. Just regular tea. Say cool. Yeah. Fitness Friday. Look at Rembrandt. Y'all, dear. Okay, Love Nest. Rembrandt is new to the show. Can you tell Love Nest, tell Rembrandt what we do on Fridays? I only went on the treadmill last week. And by the way, I've since been on the treadmill every other day. I'm very proud of myself. I am down another, you ready for this? When I left Nassau, I was 290 pounds. I now weigh 268 pounds. Yeah, bitches. I could soon be back to being thin and cute and, thanks, you losing weight too? Yeah, because guess what? When you lose the bullshit, the body just decrease itself on its own. So getting back to this fucking shantytown committee. And I thought Perry Christie them was the government of committees. Apparently, Attorney General Carl Bethel said the government has formed a committee to address the prevalence of shanty towns. Like, where the fuck Carl been? This been like this from that time. Okay, and the FNM been in power before. But I give Carl kudos. Black Velvet say, phone for my God. Look here, for the gardens, oh my. Man, look here. Look here, I'll see you in March, boo. And Black Velvet, all we gotta hear, and I can't sing good because, my throat little. Look here, how I gonna be a preacher and my throat can't work good. When Anita busts off Rapture, look here. I hope you didn't catch me, Black Velvet. I hope you didn't catch me. Because the fact that Anita Baker, see, you caused me forget. See, Black Velvet just fuck everything up. I forget. Fuck the shantytown. When Anita Baker come on the JIG stage, look here. I just pray that I don't shame myself. Like the last time, say, borrow, you know what, I can't take it. And God said, no, I don't want to borrow Neil Ellis' throat because we know what been in that throat. I'll take semen for $3,000, Alex. Yeah, look at, I know Jason got half a seizure. No, I can't even imagine what been in Neil's throat. I can't even, look, I don't want to imagine. Look at Portia say you was ever cute. You so nice. Thank you. Look, see, Jared, so you gonna fuck this right up. Jared, we are talking about, anyway, I just forget. To Nisha say, I want to order some stuff. And well, again, remember, if you want to order your stuff, by the way, Lydia, I need Lydia Roll to reach out to me because Lydia, I confused about your order. Because if you have an Amazon account, all you have to do is click the link. I kind of confused, and y'all got to bear with me because I'm new at this. All right, so if you want to place an order using the Chrissy Love Live store at Amazon, please send me an email to The Real Chrissy Love. That's TheReal. Look at Legal say she dead. Legal, you know it's true. You could imagine what all in Neil wrote. Anyway, see, I keep telling y'all, I can't stand these pastors who like cock one day and crabby the next. Anyway, you know what? That's your business. You fuck who you want to fuck. Just don't be nasty. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Neil is a jackass. I've known Neil all my life. I tell you the time when Neil can call my shop. Neil called my uncle, right? My uncle used to teach Neil. Thank you, Loletta. Thank you for that support. I learning how to do this thing, and I thank all of y'all. Look at Andrew. But again, see, y'all got me. See why I can't talk to the Love Nest? The Love Nest is make me forget what I damn saying. But anyway, I will see you in March, Black Velvet, and I could be right there. Na 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 na. When we met. Ooh, Lord, I can't wait. Andrew, why you pissy, Andrew? Andrew. Anyway, Clary say, hi, beautiful. Happy New Year. All right. So as I was saying, what the fuck is the Shantytown Commission? Why Brave Davis talking about the legalization of marijuana? By the way, dear Bahamians, y'all can't fucking handle marijuana. Because y'all slow as fuck now on nothing. So imagine y'all on weed. Not a shit'll get done. I'm all for the legalization and the decriminalization. But marijuana ain't for all you bitches in the Bahamas. Just gonna put that out there. Because you done slack, some of you. You done lazy, some of you. You done eat too much, some of you. Okay? Marijuana, the decriminalization, because I have a problem with Nato, Vado, and Cado getting arrested for a damn joint while the bankers teething and everybody else teething. By the way, y'all see how y'all give Bank of the Bahamas another $6 million? Nelson say, I ain't slow, I'm the exception. Nelson, you are the exception. So that's why I want decriminalization. But weed ain't for everybody. Because some of y'all is be smoking that bungy fucking weed. Weed ain't for everybody. Weed is not for everybody. And I don't think, given the state of the Bahamas, while we want people to stop going to jail for a joint, all right, I don't know if y'all ready for the legalization. Because y'all can't handle your liquor, you can't handle your food, you can't handle your sex. Y'all can't, Bahamian people, I love you dearly, and I talking to you like a mother. I agree, it is a gift from the Lord. But a lot of our people don't know how to be responsible. All right? Nelson, don't play with me. And I am all, look here, I have been a weed connoisseur since I was 18. Oh, Lord, I wonder where my roommate is. My roommate used to be the dealer on campus. I tell you. Anyway, sorry, I was reminiscing. And I'm all for it because you may remember I told you that I had applied. Yes, it's good. Herb is for the healing of the nation. All right? But I'm just saying, the Bahamas needs to stop sending Nato, Vado, and Cado to jail. However, for everybody to just smoke and get high, y'all bitches ain't ready. Let's put that out there. Y'all ain't ready. Okay? Maybe it needs to stay underground a little bit. Look at Vanna. I see Vanna comment. I ignoring that shit. So Brave Davis again. Brave Davis, who have so much fucking mouth. Okay, I just call him braZe because he brazen. braZe Davis say that they looking at marijuana decriminalization. Dear Brave, I need you to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. Because how long y'all was there? I like how when in opposition, everybody got all the good ideas. Everybody got all the good ideas in opposition. Anyway, let me tell you what Carl say. Okay, let's get back to the shanty town. Okay, thank you. Say please, been in power and ain't do crap. I know they have all the solutions now, but you know, Brave Davis again, he'll say anything to stay relevant. We have some politicians in our country who are so sudden to stay relevant. They're so sudden. All right, so Carl say, we have to set up a committee to review the whole question of shanty towns, and my office has representation on it to provide legal guidance. Once we have put in place the structure and methodologies, the committee will advise us to perform our duties, and those duties will be performed by the respective ministers. When asked about the timeline, he said, the government is moving expeditiously to ensure that its mandates are carried out by appropriate officials in an appropriate manner, meaning in a lawful and constitutional manner. Now, we all know, all right, this shantytown situation, the fact that we 45 years old and we got 45 shantytown, it's the black political elite who own the land. I keep telling y'all be surprised to know who own these land. But you see, I just don't like talk about them. Not, you know what? Now let's not talk about the Attorney General. Yeah, we salty with Carl. I dead salty with Carl. Okay? Dead salty with Carl. Okay? But that's his personality. I ain't trying to change nobody. But don't talk about a committee for shanty towns when you know the first thing that needs to happen. First of all, the Bahamas still ain't got no land registry. We all know who owned the shanty town land, but we just playing cute. Because we all know that it's family, friends, and fuck buddies who own all the land. They all is one. All right? Some of the prominent Bahamian families. You remember that punk ass Fred Mitchell was the minister. He said that a lot of elite families own land. All right? So why we don't identify who is renting out the land to these Haitians, why we don't identify how the fuck a lamp pole get inside the shanty town. Okay? How the hell shops have license in the shanty town? Someone is asleep at the wheel because nothing happens in the Bahamas without the tacit approval of Bahamians. All right, let me read some of your comments. Look at what Rembrandt's saying. Yeah, but you know, we've been having this conversation about marijuana for the longest. You know, ever since the days of the Royal Bahamas Police Force burning the marijuana in tires. I knew that we were crazy because we could have taken that marijuana and sell it to some lab. But you know, we are not forward thinking as a people. Look at the fact that we say Bahamians suck at agriculture. But you remember all that weed they find in Andros, all that weed they find in Long Island? But we ain't serious. No, Sean, you can't burn shanty towns. You can't just burn people out. Again, Latoya say, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Ma alaikum salam, Latoya. I love you, girl. But we have to have an honest conversations. Now, if this committee on shanty towns is going to lead to those who are renting out their land illegally being prosecuted, I'm all here for it. But if it's another committee that sits up in the office, drink up all our coffee and tea, eat up all our sandwiches, all right? You know how the power get in the shanty town. I grew up for many years by a shanty town. The big utility pole in the shanty town. It ain't fucking walk there. It get there. Hold on, my other phone ringing. Hold on. Decline. My friend is forget what I do between 2 and 4. She's forget what I do between 2 and 4. All right? The shanty town have utilities. It have shops. As a matter of fact, I told you the shanty town by me. When I gone, me and my boy gone there. And my boy, this girl asked him for money. So he say, well, why you don't get a job? She say, why I should get a job and I make money selling pussy in the shanty town, $80 a day. I was like, fuck, $80 a day for Connie? Wow. Now I think that's kind of low because when you think about it, sorry about that. People calling me on all my phones. My friends don't remember that my American friends don't realize that from 2 to 4, I was Bahamian. From 2 to 4, I was Bahamian. After that, Andrew, don't play with me. After that, I was American. $80 a day. Say that's expensive. But you know, if you add it up, 8 5s are 40, that's $400 a week for selling pussy. But again, you know, there are risks involved. All I'm saying is that the shantytown conversation must be honest. And that's one of the things. I don't know if Carl has the capability to be honest about it so they could keep that. Nelson, don't do it. Look here, y'all know y'all baby men is buy pussy. Please. Rodney say $80. Some women sell themselves too cheap. Well, that's what she told my boy. All right. So Carl say, I want to let y'all man again. Let me tell you what Carl say. Say Andres, yeah. Remember that big weed farm in Andres? And our stupid police officers just burned the weed. Stupid. We could have sold that to some lab and make money. But we don't want to be progressive as Bahamians. We like being boss awkward. Y'all remember that big fine? Oh, see, Clarice remembers. Big fine in Andros. Anyway, Carl said, the shanty towns are only one aspect, which in some respects offend against a number of laws. Whether it's building codes, electrical codes, sanitation issues, there are a host of issues that are posed by shanty towns. All right? Now, we may remember that last year, Dion, what he name? What the man named? Leslie Miller, Tall Pines. Say women don't know the power they got between their leg. Well, everybody doesn't want to be a whore, Rodney. And when a lot of people, like my male friends, tell me that a lot of people don't want to sell pussy. A lot of women, have sex because they like you or love you. Yeah. While selling, now, guess what? The argument can be said that in some way, shape, or form, we all selling pussy because there is an exchange. All right? But I want to talk about the shanty towns, not Cunny. All right. Carl say, we were intent on the fair and even balanced approach towards the enforcement of laws. Because like I said, you cannot tell me, say marketing is everything. I can't take Andrew. Andrew, I'm not ready for you. Say marketing is everything. But I want to know what you expect from the Shantytown Committee. Now, again, we all know that most times in the Bahamas, whenever we do things, it's all about, hold on, let me move this off it's all about spending up the government money, making a bunch of reports, and not a fuck does happen. I hope this is not one of those times. All right. Also, you may remember Ellsworth Johnson talked about the need to address the shantytown situation. And again, we like to do reports. In 2013, a report from the Department of Environmental Health said that there were at least 50 shanty villages on New Providence. Please, that's a bunch of shit. All right? We also remember the F&M demolished Mackey Yard. The PLP demolished a couple of shanty towns. Say weed. I can't take it. Yeah. So I want to know. Nelson say stop. What I is beg, and if begging fails, I move on. Anyway, Savannah say trying to make that wife away, and I ain't stop until she comes. Savannah, make that baby girl. The Des say it's a farce. Well, a lot of things we do in the Bahamas are farcical, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. So I don't know what a Shantytown Committee is. Maybe y'all could tell me. Now, speaking about some other bullshit that happens in the Bahamas, why the government once again sent B.O.B. $6.4 million. Rembrandt say Bahamas cannabis cruises. Yeah, they're all good ideas. And Rembrandt, no offense to you young children, these are conversations we've been having from the 70s, boo-boo. Okay? We've been having these conversations from the 70s. But most Bahamians don't want to have the conversation. All right? So, what do y'all think about bailing out B.O.B. once again? Again, a bank. Yes, $6.4 million, Latoya. That's how much money the Bahamas government, while people have other needs. Yeah, you heard me. And I love Wayne Arana dearly. But you can't justify this bullshit. You can't continue to justify bullshit. Nelson say low cost is our walk home. What ain't never low cost? Again, yes. Dad say, did we talk about the PM's wife going to Japan? She working hard for office. Well, yeah, I see that she's going with the Standards Board. Well, remember now, Patricia Minnis is a member of the Standards Board. She's also going with the Bahamian gal who we bring home. She's going with a group of people who are part of the Standards Bureau. But we all know in the Bahamas, standard is what you just fucking drink. We ain't got no standard in the Bahamas. Because whatever buck up go. And dear Bahamas government, when the PLP did that shit, I had a problem with that. Because some Bahamians could only afford these pop-down Japanese cars. All right? Because we all know you try to buy a fucking new car. Nelson says she ain't got no bloody office. They done millionaires. She's on the board, Nelson. That's why she went. And I'm not making excuses for Pat Minnis. Lord knows. Pat Minnis don't pay me to be a spokesperson. Maybe I should ask her if she need a spokesperson. Because between the office of the Prime Minister wife and other things, she needs someone to tell her what to say. Yeah, so she's going as a part of the Standards Bureau. Remember, the PLP started the Standards Bureau. I can't remember the name of the Bahamian gal we bring home. She got a foreign last name. Yeah. Okay, so Bahamian people, she have an office. Well, again, y'all allow it, sweetie. Y'all allow it. Nothing happens in the Bahamas without your permission. So if y'all allow it, y'all like to get fucked. All right. Of course, another thing that we Bahamians are getting fucked over on. Do you see how the deficit of Water and Sewage Corporation is 151 million? Now, you may remember Human Minutes break out all the water and sewage business. Andrew say, Lord, Pat need help. Jesus be a bridge. Yeah, but a lot of our politicians need help. But see, they didn't want to pay nobody. I ain't gonna show you what to say unless you give me a check. Yeah, and again, there are certain gaffes that people are gonna make. Many of our prime ministers' wives made gaffes while their husbands were in office. Shane the first, Marguerite did fuck. Look, even Mrs. Simonette, the premier wife, did fuck. Marguerite did fuck. Dolores did fuck. Bernadette did fuck. I'm sure Pat is following in the footsteps. Okay, a lot of people don't know how to handle certain things in high office. And the thing is, when that came out, I kept saying to myself, well, don't they realize that she's on that board? Anyway, Nelson says she getting a paycheck, asking for a friend. They say she gonna be out of her bloody mind. Say not Dolores. Look at Andrew. Andrew always caping for Dolores Ingram, boy. That ain't true. Remember the CC Sweeting situation where Dolores fucked that one up? Don't do it. But I've ever said, no, you're right. No free service. We all need a check. Yeah, like couple, I tell you, my daddy was a rabid FNM. And I've done a lot of work for the FNM. I don't hide that. And I had one troubled politician come to me. And I was like, this is my retainer. Once you put the retainer, then we can start talking. Yeah, you see, no, sorry. Anyway, let's get back to what we were saying about BOB. Once again, the Bank of the Bahamas is sucking the money from the Bahamian people. A bank that does not go after the outdated loans from members of parliament, former members of parliament, former political appointees. Like if half of y'all would pay y'all fucking money, y'all owe BOB, we would at least be running it like a bank, not like a petty shop. Rodney, don't make me laugh. So how y'all feel again? $151 million. Water and sewage. And I just try to not talk stink about these government entities. But we have to stop throwing bad money after good money. Is everyone paying their bill at Water and Sewage? Is everyone paying their bill at BEC, at BTC? We all know that for years, the slackness, that is the Bahamas, has had an effect on the citizenry. Because while you and I got to pay our bill, if we ain't in the click, remember Human Minutes talked about the fact that his water was off, and he went there and they asked him if he want to be on the list. But we have to stop, like Nelson said, you're right, raping our country. Because you and I got to pay our bill. But we all know the black political elite, like I tell you, when Lyndon Pindling was in power, you had PLPs who ain't pay no bill from the 70s. They believe that it's their right to suck off the Bahamas. Okay? They believe that it is the Bahamas' duty to take care of them. And so when we hear things like this, thanks, Debbie. I enjoyed the show at Under the Rug yesterday. Thank you so much. That's why on Thursday, I think I'm going to do a short show because, I mean, come on. I love me and I know y'all love me too, but too much is too much sometime. Yeah, yesterday we talked on Under the Rug. Please subscribe to Under the Rug. Please share, donate to the cause, love, post, subscribe, whatever. Black Velvet say too many friendships in these institutions. I agree, and then you have the Bank of the Bahamas, and that's why my friend is getting mad at me. But like I tell him, you my friend, but I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. You sat there in charge of a bank that was underperforming, that was not being run like a bank. But when you left, you got your golden handshake and you got your pension. I think his golden handshake was like $2 million. His pension was $800,000. And again, I love him. Love him dearly. Our mothers are good friends. But we got to stop rewarding bullshit. If the bank was fucking up, you need to be a part of the payout of that. Why must the Bahamian people be the only ones to suffer? Okay? And I have a problem with that. People say, oh, you always picking on the family. No. You and your family do fuck, you can get called out. Okay, Rodney said, unless there's a renewed of the minds, Bahamians will remain a third world. Well, dear Bahamas, I have news for you. We like fourth world when you look at our dependence on foreign entities. And when you tell Bahamians that, they just want to get mad. Thank God for them beaches. And the thing is, the beaches are the benefit of the beaches and the hotels don't inure to Bahamian people. Tourism is not run by Bahamians. And so I say this and I do this show because I really want to encourage our people to see what's happening around you. I want to know like how much dick you got to take for you to say, ouch, you must be chafed by now. Anyway, yeah, we are fourth world. Nelson say we're fourth world lost in the waves. Man, I can't take it. Yeah, say eighth. My Black Velvet, we're eighth world. We are fourth world. When you look at the thing is, the Bahamas is considered a developing nation, and most of those are the third world. However, when you look at our dependence on foreign countries, when you look at our capital reserves, when you look at all the things that we go through, the Bahamas is a wealthy nation, but we've had lackluster, shyster ass legislators who have not put us in the greatest stead. Black velvet say, "Shit." I love when you say that, girl. I can just hear you saying that. All right. So the next thing I want to know, BOB, Committee for the Shantytown, Water and Sewage 151. Yes, we are not as bad as Haiti and some African countries, but we're still the third world. And you know, I was just having this conversation with my son. I know things can always be worse. Okay? I know that. That's life. Things can always be worse. But we must not celebrate the worst, Tuffy. Yes, we're not as bad as other developing countries. And there are other countries who are worse than us. But our legislators from 1973, when we became independent, again, I try to use 1973 as the jump off point because that's when we became sovereign and independent. The decisions that we have made have not been for the highest good of the Bahamians. It's been for the highest good of those in politics. But we got to have a conversation, and we have to admit that the direction has been not the best. Because the Bahamas is still a nation where most of its citizens do not enjoy the best quality of life. I mean, yes, we are a lot of middle class, but many people at home, half a check away from being homeless and under the bridge. Now, the good thing I love about being in the Bahamas, and that's why I left California in 2001, is that you have that support system and that backative. You know, you can find childcare in the Bahamas for $25 a week. You can't find that shit here in America unless you could be a boo-boo and pookie mama, and that ain't gonna work. All right, let's read some of your comments here. All right, Nelson say the country leaders make deals on their knees with their mouths open. I can't take it. You ain't lie. Yeah, we do negotiate in the upright, the downright and bent over position. All right. Rodney, what Rodney say? FNM, First National Mass. So what PLP? What day is? Please. And again, people say I'm hard on the PLP, but dear PLP, you set this fucked up foundation. You set this foundation where most of our national institutions are failing. So don't get mad at the citizens when they tell you about your ass. You set this up. Again, from 1967 to 1997. Yeah. Y'all set this shit up, you know? So when the citizens start rebelling, don't get mad. You need to be happy Bahamians are passive as fuck. Because if Bahamians wasn't passive, plenty people that had torches and pitchforks. All right? But then again, what I can't stand about Bahamians, y'all is worship the same people who fuck you to pieces. I don't get it. Like, what I missing? What I missing? Anyway, let me read some of these comments about the marijuana business. And dear young people, that's been said before. Clarice say, man, Andros, Exuma, Elutra, and Long Island have good soil. Yeah, they do. Rodney say, we still let the whites control. Weed is only illegal because the whites keeping it illegal. Well, it's not even about black and white, boo. It's about green. Rembrandt say that could lead to ecotourism for the particular island. Tax the purchases. Again, we've had this conversation. Rodney say Brave is brave to bring this up, but he should have done this when he had power to. Again, Brave is not the first person. We've been talking legalization and decriminalization from the 70s. I know y'all young children don't know, but that's what it is. Desmond say the Bahamas is not ready for decriminalization. Well, I think we have to decriminalize. I don't think we're ready for legalization. Because like I said, you bitches, a lot of y'all can't handle your fucking alcohol and your food and your sex. So I don't think you're ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for weed, boo. I love you. All right. Legal say, preach, Pastor Chrissy. Man, I can't take it. Portia say, all them stinking dogs. Well, you know, the thing is, until Bahamians stand up for their rights and grow a pair, I don't blame them. Savannah, I can't take it. Savannah say is for Perry. Savannah, I can't. Savannah just throw me right off. It's just, you know, the love nest. I love y'all, you know. I love y'all. But for 45 years, this July, we're going to be 45 years old. And yes, we've experienced a lot of great things. But when you look at the bigger picture, the Bahamas has a long way to go. I tell Cousin Hubert all the time, oh, you got so much work to do. So much work to do. Well, Rodney, you may not like it, but it's my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. All right? There's a certain amount of discipline required with recreational drug use. Okay? All right, because let's keep it real. As someone who used to smoke weed, once you done smoke weed, weed does three things. It makes you hungry, it makes you horny, and it makes you lazy as fuck. Now, weed is good, don't get me wrong. I personally am into edibles right now. I agree. The boys shouldn't be going to prison for a joint. When you have people thieving from banks and other white collar crime that don't get prosecuted. Yes, Nelson, you're the exception. I said everybody is not the same. But by and large, when you already have a situation where the country is economically depressed, you have a lot of people unemployed, you have a lot of angry black men. Now, the one good part about smoking weed, it'll make them niggas lazy and maybe they will stop shooting up people. Yeah, because after you done smoke your big fat joint, okay? You know. All right, and I don't mean y'all who's pretend smoking weed. Dear Bahamians, in the words of Anku Sarah, Bahamians smoking fucking backward and won't go forward. It ain't gonna work. All right? As a person who knows about the perils and the good things, there's nothing wrong with marijuana. Marijuana is a medicinal plant. I keep telling you, I've been trying to, it is the healing. I agree. It is the healing. But some niggas, and I don't mean just black people, niggas ain't always colored people. We are already lackadaisical. We already sit on our asses. We already have a population that is very lazy at times. It's a depressed population. So if you legalize and basically everybody could be smoking weed. Bahamas be smoking weed now out at big events. I've been to many big events in the Bahamas where they smoking weed out in the public. And again, if you want to smoke weed, that's on you. Okay? You entitled to smoke weed. Smoke weed in your home. Smoke weed in your car. All right? But the decriminalization is different from the legalization. That's all I'm saying. The Bahamas needs a bigger conversation on that. That's all I'm saying. Nobody trying to take away your rights, but a lot of our people can't handle it. The same way a lot of our people can't handle their liquor. The Bahamas has a raging alcoholism rate. But, hey. Black Velvet say, dude told my cousin her attitude makes him smoke weed. She depresses him, a mofo who don't work and living for free. Well, your cousin, again, is condoning that fuck. Again... And ladies, can I just talk to you? Ladies, we all know we have done some dumb shit for good dick. We've all been there. But we have to start thinking more as a people, especially black folk. Black folk need to start thinking more. K. Great said decriminalization of little joints should have been done by now. Agree, Rev. All right, Rodney said we must stop saying what Bahamians are ready for and not ready for. Well, hey. Nelson said they were smoking and Mario's bowling. Yeah. Jason say man is at least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Well, again, but we have to be honest. You shouldn't have to need a mask to tell your truth. And that's why those who try to suppress us are winning, because so many people are afraid to tell their truth. Who's OW? Orson Welles? That Jason said these people ain't real. Well, we have to have a conversation. And by the way, Brave Davis is not the person to bring up the conversation. All right. A lot of these old fossils of politics, they need to shut their ass because they sat right there while the country was going to shit. By the way, you see my good cousin, the chairman of Bahamas Air, say Bahamas Air ain't gonna increase their airfare for domestic routes. Well, I ain't gotta lie. I saw some fares during the Christmas for Bahamas Air, and I was like, they smelling their ass. All right? Jason say, as a Christian, I support medical marijuana. Long debate. Definitely medical. And I tell you, the thing is, hey, Linda, yes, I agree, Nelson, but you are the exception. Okay? The fact that you can have people get healing from marijuana as opposed to pharmaceutical drugs. And I'm all for pharmaceutical drugs when there's a crisis. I have to get back on my pharmaceutical drugs right now. When I went to the doctor, he was like, take this pill. All right? Yeah, Bahamas was running out during the holidays. So I just want to put that there. Tommy, by the way, Tommy, if you're listening, answer my email. What about that? Boy, I tell you, Bahamians could ignore you. I just wish we as Bahamians would stop this cocksuckery spirit we have. Like, when you need me, you know my number, you know how to find me, you know how to meet me wherever I is. Anyway, look at Erica. Erica say, Chrissy, mother effing love. That's what Erica, whenever I'm feeling down, Erica would call me and say, you are Chrissy motherfucking love. And I'd be like, okay then, thanks. All right, so apparently y'all again, immigration is in the news. Apparently, I guess the raids that are happening in shanty towns, people are having a problem with. But apparently, y'all, Minister of Immigration, you know your friend Brent Simonet. Yeah, I salty with Brent too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, apparently Brent is saying that we warned you. Don't blame us. Now, let me say for the record, the whole roundup with immigration, they need to make that a little more... I think immigration just does things based on reaction. That's what we do in the Bahamas. We wait till shit hits the fan, then we react. Oh shit, we gotta do something. But we have to have a serious conversation about it. Nelson say Bahamas Air can't even fly when they supposed to. Man, look here, I can't take it. Well, again, Bahamas Air is another symptom of a country where we just build shit with no sense. Savannah said it would be good when it's medicinal, but not if it's illegal. Well, the thing is, let me for just so you know, there are many Bahamians who are using medical marijuana on their own, because we all know, again, in the Bahamas, when anyway, let me not say that because the police may go looking for him. But you could have your marijuana delivered to your door, okay? Not Brad had Simonet. Well, I have issues with Brent. Brent still want to be prime minister. And dear Brent, stop calling yourself white. You ain't white, bitch. You black. Look at your daddy nose on the $50 bill. You black. Erica said it's called interdiction. We don't round up humans. I agree. Interdiction is a better word. But we all know the whole discussion about Haitians in our country has not been a kind one. Bahamians talk about Haitians like dogs. But I think it's so funny because a lot of Bahamians are mixed up themselves. But we don't know who we are. All right. So, Bahamian people, what else y'all want to talk about on this frowsy, fabulous, lovely Friday? Nelson saying, do a couple of these businesses too, they should try with a national insurance investigator and make sure who working food. Well, we all know that the conversation about the employers now, since the government gave out the whole mandate, we rounding you up and shit. All right. Now the conversation has shifted toward employers who know they're hiring illegal immigrants. But again, we know that the land of slackness is what we are. And so if you could get away with slackness, you're going to try your best to get away with it. And we all know that business owners would tell you they ain't hiring no Bahamians because Bahamians don't come to work, whatever. We have a bad stereotype about us Bahamians. But again, because you're an immigrant, it's like when Bahamians come to America. Now, we ain't as popped down as a lot of other immigrants, I ain't gonna lie, because we don't come here illegally and on boats. We come here and overstay our fucking welcome. Bahamians are known for that shit. But the immigration hustle is serious. The immigrant hustle is serious. And so that's the conversation that's the part that's missing from the conversation. The hustle is real. When you an immigrant, like when my parents came to Brooklyn, they was on that hustle, 5 and 6 jobs. That's why they ended up sending us to the Bahamas, because my mother was working like 3-4 shifts. My daddy had about 5 jobs. He's real immigrant. Them got 10 job. But the thing is, the hustle that Haitians have in the Bahamas is because of that immigrant hustle. You gotta pay them bills. You gotta keep them children in school, and you keeping your children in school and the free school because again we signed on to certain conventions where we have to educate all children. And I tell Haitian immigrants, and people think I'm cruel about this, don't get mad at me because your parents brought you to the Bahamas illegally. You need to get mad at your mommy and daddy. Now, because of the conventions that we sign on as a country, and because we're humane as a people, we give you school that's free. We give you medical care. Now, that ain't free. Those people who aren't Bahamians tend to pay a little more when they go in the hospital. Just want to put that out there because a lot of times we don't realize that. And Bahamians, I know how you feel. Immigration has made... Look, Jason always using these big words. What you expect? He's a PhD. They like to use big words. All right? But we all know that the anger that we feel towards Haitians is because of the fear and because of the narrative about the Haitian trying to take something from you. But I keep telling you, while you watching the Haitians, the British, the American, the Chinese, the Latin American, they come in and taking more. See, that's the problem. We so quick to castigate our own black people. Okay? And look around you and see who owning things in the country. Yeah. You need to look at the Chinese. You need to look at the British. You need to look at the American. You need to look at the Canadian. Because we love Canadians in the Bahamas. We will pass a Bahamian over to give a contract to a Canadian. So that's all I'm saying. Let's have an honest dialogue about immigration. And that's something that, unfortunately, we don't do. All right, people. So Frousy, fabulous, fantastic, whatever you call it. It's a Friday evening. Bim! Yeah. Jason say, just saying. Well, Jason, the thing is, I will admit now, being in the diaspora, man, look here. Nika, stop making me howl, please. The Love Nest group is many things. One day we praying, one day we dragging, we doing everything. Man, I can't take it. So now let's yes, I agree. And guess what? This is not to be xenophobic about Chinese either, because I keep telling y'all is talk y'all shit about the Chinese, but most of y'all don't know the story of the seven Celestials. There've been families who are Chinese who came here from Cuba back in the 1930s. See, every Chinese ain't someone you must hate. Because I remember being with a friend of mine, and I remember people saying nasty things to her. Oh, but Chinese woman who was married to a Bahamian man. See, Bahamians, we are so quick to be xenophobic and hateful and jingoistic that we don't look at the context of everything. That's something we don't do, and it's a sad thing that we don't do it. All right? Like I tell you, one of my good friends married to Bahamian man, they come to her and they was like, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. She was like, motherfucker, ching chong, and called her one name, Ching, something anyway. She was like, ching chong, fuck you, nigga. Well, look ya. Yes, it's like when my sister-in-law would visit here. Everybody thought my sister-in-law was, I mean, she's Asian, but she's as black as fucking me. So people couldn't figure out what the fuck she was. All right? And so they would be like, who this foreign woman is, and da 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 da. You know, we have to stop being so hateful that we don't see the context. That's all I'm saying. Every Chinese person, you know, you can't just assume. But all I'm saying is that, man, look here. All I'm saying is that you cannot be so quick to think immigrants, illegal immigrants, are only Haitian when you have Americans in our country overstaying their time. Okay? Now, I will admit the Haitian community, and this is not a diss, the Haitian community and its choice of living conditions, these same shanty towns Carl trying to fix, it does give us pause. Because living next to shanty town, I will admit the filth of the shanty town is disgusting. And Haitians get annoyed when you say that. But when you look at the fact that there's no infrastructure, no water and sewerage, people shitting in big holes. Remember that time the little kid fell in the damn makeshift cesspit in the shanty town? You see, again, we've allowed this shit to just go on and on and on unchecked. And then now that it's a problem, because I remember there was a time when we lived next to the shanty town, we had to stop using our water because the water table was so fucking contaminated. The water had shit in it. And I remember I got all these marks on my face. And we had to stop using our pump because they had contaminated the water table in the east when I lived next to the shanty town. Again, from when my mother married that asshole, I would have been 14. Yeah, I would have been 14. And so, yeah, when we were living there, we got this raging skin disease. I just give God thanks that my skin came back. And so the thing is, when you let these things go unchecked, when you let these people who own land, who are renting to Haitians and taking advantage of the immigrant situation, you see, there's a special place in hell for you. Yes, Black Velvet, you heard me. There's a special place in hell for you when you take advantage of someone else's misery to put money in your pocket. You are the lowest fucking kind of human being. And so for and that's why I get mad at all these governments, PLP, FNM, I don't want to fucking hear it. Y'all know exactly who own these land. But you just sit around and don't do a shit. Same thing when you're talking about inner city toilets and no water and no sewage. You know the landlords who own these properties, but you don't do a shit about it because it's putting money in your pocket. And again, you are the lowest kind of human garbage ever. That you make your money off of. I agree, I was pissed. And of course, the typical Bahamas government response when my mother and her husband tried to report the fact that our pump can't be used because the water has feces in it. We had to pay to get someone to test it. You know, but again, the shanty town right next door. So what the fuck do you expect? Many people in that community now cannot use their pumps. So now we got to rely on that pop down, fucked up city water, which, well, it ain't as rusty as it was. Because that's one thing I give Hubert Ingham credit for. He replaced all them damn pipes. You remember when they was replacing the pipes during the water project, how they found a dead body in the pipes? That's why the water's so shitty. The pipe this big, but all the crust has been just anyway. You know what? I can't talk about it. Lord Jesus, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Heavenly Father. Oh, I tell you, the shit that we have endured in this country. Black people say, I cannot believe turlets still exist in Nassau on flipping real. Again, because the landlord-tenant legislation hasn't been fixed. And that's intentional. Because the same hoggish families, again, remember I tell you about them 60 hoggish fucking families? And you be surprised who renting out their land. I know your head is hurt, hey. I know. When I think, and that's the one downside, and that's why I'm glad I'm away from home where I can kind of decompress. One of the downsides to being in media is that you see all the ugly of the nation. And that's why I'm kind of glad I'm here where I could decompress. Yes, I could look at the papers from a distance, still love my country, and be like, well, motherfuck, really? Really, niggas? Anyway, let's read some more. Ah, mine la kill. Savannah said I would have killed him. Mine la kill. That's easy to say. But we all have people, I keep telling you, walking the streets one time with my nephew. And when I introduced my nephew, they were like, what kind of Chinese nigga this is? I was like, look here. If you don't know something, ask. Don't make assumptions. All right, Nelson said that's all they need to do and fine them employers $50,000 to remove the work out of the country. But the thing is, you remove all the workers out of the country. No offense to you Bahamians, but a lot of you Bahamians don't want weed, no fucking yard. All right? I talked to my friend who owns a big landscaping company. He said a lot of Bahamians don't want to work in the landscaping company. A lot of y'all Bahamians don't want to be made. A lot of Bahamians don't want live in people's house and be housekeeper. A lot of Bahamians don't want to take menial jobs. And what has killed me with some Bahamians, you ain't got a lick of fucking education. You talking about you don't want to be no maid? I've had a Bahamian tell me that to my face. Because, I tried my best to hire people who were Bahamian. I ain't got to lie. The first Bahamian, the girl teeth my drawers. How you could teeth people pantito? Like, fucking really, bitch? But then again, the Jamaican gal, the teeth the panty too. Yeah, we have some crazy people in the world. Nelson said, I want weed. I just want to get paid properly to do it. Well, again, that's the thing. The thing is, if we create these enterprises like you've seen happening in America, but even in America, it's fucking skewed because Chad and Biff and Skip are making money off of weed, but Raheem and Pookie them been arrested for the past how many years? With this so-called war on drugs. So now you have Chad and Skip in Colorado and in Oakland and in California, and they're making money off of the marijuana that you said was criminal and that you put Raheem and Pookie and Devon in jail for. You see, again, it's that economic greed. People are greedy as fuck. All right. Dare say it's amazing that we don't want to be maids, but we'll do it for Atlantis. Well, that's how Bahamians are. A lot of Bahamians, we talk about, oh, the Haitians need to go. But a lot of the jobs the Haitians doing, you motherfuckers ain't gonna do. Plus, they won't be on the bus in their Atlantis maid uniform. And for the record, the tips are amazing. Shit, I considered being a damn pool attendant. One of my friends was a pool attendant. What Lanisha do again? Oh, Jesus, PJ. What Lanisha fucking up again? They don't know what to say, man. They just insert their whole foot. What did Lanisha do? Nelson said, no shame my game, I want to be paid. Well, again, I've already reached out. I'm just waiting. A group of my friends and I, we had put out a prospectus about opening up a place where there's healing with marijuana. We've had that proposal into the Bahamas government now for, when did I come back home? I came back home in 2001. So from then, but we ain't serious. Linda say, preach, Reverend Love. Yes, ma'am. I preaching today. Hold on. Let me get my hanky. Hold on. Y'all just wave y'all hanky in church? And what's with these big ass lace hanky? Some are so extra. Why people so fucking extra? Anyway, let's read some more. Nelson said, have I ever worked for anyone again? Well, Nelson, you're blessed. I had a friend of mine tell me, oh, Chrissy, you just ain't used to it because you've been working for yourself for so long. Well, again, because I know my tolerance level. I'm not good at taking shit from nobody. I like contracts. So when you do some fucked up shit, I could just be on my way. Now, a lot of times you can't. Like I said, I put up with a lot of bullshit because I had a child in school that was costing me plenty of money. Yeah, we dead extra. Ain't we extra? Why are we so extra, though? All right, so we don't talk about the Bank of the Bahamas money. We don't talk about water and sewage. What about the tourists who fall through the steps at Cabbage Beach? Now, you know what? I was a little salty with Atlantis trying to keep us off of Cabbage Beach. Yeah, my good friend Ed coming on TV talking his fuck. I love Ed, from Zavia's. But sometime when you singing the song for the damn master, you just sound fucking stupid. Oh, yeah, I heard Gaynell left social services. Yeah, I heard that. Well, one of the things that, because we elect people who are so thirsty for power, the minister doesn't realize that they don't do the work. The work is done by the technocrats. So we always have that minister who believed the ministry about them. We've seen this many times. Lanisha ain't the first. But I heard about the shakeup at social services. But let's keep it real. Social services need a fucking shakeup. But dear Minister Lanisha Rule. Hey, Veronica! I forget about you, Veronica. Okay? The minister don't run the ministry. And I think that's what they forget. Everybody want to be so impotent. And I think that's a black people thing where you've been deprived for so long. You want to show people, I'm important. I have the power. Look at me. I'm in charge. I some minister. And so I believe that's what's going on with that. And again, I'm not saying Lanisha ain't used to shit. But like most of our legislators, when they get on the come up, they got to show you who they is. Bitch, we know who you are. You are the minister who's a figurehead. Social services and other departments are run by the people who are there every day, the technocrats, not the bureaucrats. And sometimes the minister fucks up social services. Remember the same thing happened when Loretta came there as well. Yeah, I hear Leon going to road traffic. How much salary Leon want? Why these people, anyway, child PJ, I don't know why they don't go home. Because guess what? If you could get money from the Treasury, and a lot of Bahamians believe that the Treasury is supposed to just give them what they want. You have a lot of political people in both parties who believe, oh, my party and nah. But the fact that they considering putting Leon in road traffic, that's why I know they are fucking nuts. Anyway, I only got 4 more minutes. Let me read some more. Linda say power struck. Yes, a lot of people are power struck because we ain't used to shit. What? Veronica say they ain't hanky, they bureau scarves. Man, look here. All I'm saying to you, right? If you want a better country, you're going to have to put some skin in the game. All right? Maybe Gaynell wanted to leave because social services has been fucked up for a while. Kay Gray say Leon won 5 check. And what has killed me? You telling me you can't hire people, moratorium on freezing, but you bringing back these old-ass motherfuckers. And I could see if you bring back old-ass motherfuckers because, again, I don't do ageism. I believe everyone is capable no matter their age. And the Bahamas needs age mixed with wisdom. We need the age and the experience of those who are older, but we also need the youth and exuberance. But if you didn't do a fucking good job back then, why are you getting another one? Like, I could see if your department was running on all 4 cylinders and being great. But what we do in the Bahamas, we continue to move mediocre, and we move you all over the place, and where you go be mediocre in other places. And that's why the country doesn't change. That's why the same shit goes on. But right now, you have a lot of people who support the F&M. Oh, look here, this 5 years of good money. The PLP did it too. I tell you the story with, I hear the boy get mad at me because I tell the Bahamas Learning Channel story. Why Bahamas get mad at me because they fuck up? And I just be like, because, they had a drag fest for him in the Love Nest group. Yeah, we do need youth, but we don't want youth because, people don't know when to sit down. Sweet government job. And people want sweet government job. They won't go nowhere. Yeah, so the man get mad at me. Because I tell you, his contract, he had a $50,000 a year contract, and on year number 4, they brought me in. He got paid for 4 years and didn't do a fuck. You know this time $200,000 that you didn't do a fuck for? Okay? So again, until we change the systems in the Bahamas, nothing could change. And that's why I'm teetering, but I have faith in this new and better Bahamas that Cousin Hubert Minnis talks about, because the systems have to change. The systems are antiquated. They're outdated. They're outmoded. They do not work. The civil service, just outdated, do not work. The fact that you still using general orders from the colonial people time to rule the civil service now shows that you're fucking crazy. And again, I've had this conversation with Brentzel Roll, who's now in charge. Yeah, Linda say, who gave you that job? My MP. And the thing is, I don't mind your MP giving you a job. Because again, as someone who's related to every fucking body, if I didn't get a job based on who I was related to, I'll never work. But there's nothing wrong with nepotism. But you gotta be qualified. That's the problem I have with the PLP. Who put that bitch in charge? Anyway, you know what? I can't even talk about her. Because she just trapsy and fuck up. But then the F&M still keeping her on the job. Yeah, you can't write a fucking sentence, but you in charge of communications. Really? Really? Anyway. So, Bahamian people, I want you to have a good weekend. This first weekend of 2018, I want you to do something wonderful. Do something wonderful for yourself. Do something wonderful. Do something to inspire, uplift, and ennoble the nation. And in the words of the Archdeacon, let's make this country what it ought to be. Jason say, man, they just can't fire people, Chrissy. Jason, I know that. But if you have a history of incompetence, okay, you obviously have a file showing your incompetence. I don't expect you to just fire people like that. I agree. And the F&M doesn't, the PLP will fire your ass in the quickness because that's how fuck up they is. But if you have a history, a file of incompetence, like this girl who was in charge of communications, I see her writing and I'd be like, okay, maybe she communicating with another hole because it can't be dismount. Obviously, she communicating. That's some telepathic shit. All I'm saying is that we have to stop celebrating mediocrity. That's all I'm saying. Jason said, then as leaders, they need to provide resources for improvement and then after. Well, first of all, you need to, Jason, you like the Lord, right? Study to show yourself approved. Don't come on no job until your shit is right. That's my issue. We have a history of hiring incompetent, fucked up people, and we keep moving them around in the system. Oh, we can't fire people. And that time, you still collecting money at our treasury and you don't do a fuck. Anyway, all right, Jason, I hear you. It's too late, though. They're already there. So you continue to keep the incompetent ignoramuses on payroll. Okay, then. Good luck with that. Happy weekend.